In this video, we will take a look at the InstaMAT for Blender integration. And the integration enables you to create and tweak procedural assets generated in InstaMAT Studio, for example, textures and meshes within Blender. And you can use all the materials from the InstaMAT library and mesh processing nodes, but also the ones you created yourself and saved to your library folder. And the installation is quite easy, so after we downloaded the zip file, one way to install is to go to Edit, Preferences, then to Add-ons, click on that arrow and install from disk. But the easier way is to just drag and drop the zip file into the viewport of Blender. Let's close this. And the target for me will be default. I'll enable on install and just click on OK. And after the installation finished, you will find the integration here at the right-hand side in the viewport. So just click on it. And if you have InstaMAT Studio installed in the default path at C Program Files InstaMAT Studio, the integration will automatically find the install path and work out of the box. Otherwise, if you have it installed somewhere else, you will need to specify the InstaMAT Studio path. Later on, you can also change that under Settings and InstaMAT Studio path. But other than that, the integration will just run out of the box. So let's take a look at the integration, and now I'm in the Mat Library tab and looking at the materials. And what we can see here are all of the materials in the InstaMAT library, so you can use all of them on your meshes. But not only that, when I go here to the filters, it is set to materials. I can also choose the category filter for mesh. And it will show you all of the mesh processing nodes that are available. The other filter type is user. When you select this, only your custom-made nodes will be shown. And then we have another filter that shows all. In this menu, you can select the category. So I go to materials. Those are my custom ones. I need to choose the materials from the library. And to now use a material on your mesh, I'll type in wood, as I want to have a wood material here. I select my mesh and let's look for a nice wood. Let's choose this cedar wood large material and click on open. Then we'll need to create an instance. And as you can already see in the material tab here, the material got assigned automatically to our shader. To preview it in the viewport, I go to my viewport options here and choose viewport shading material preview. There's our material applied. And for the materials, we have all the settings that we would have in InstaMAT Studio. So for example, I could change my resolution to 2K. Currently, we are previewing at 1K. What's also important is the update type. Currently, it automatically updates whenever I changed anything here. But we can also change that to manual full resolution, for example. And now to see any changes, I always need to choose Update Instance. This is good for when you want to change multiple parameters at once and you don't want to wait for the update to happen. So let's maybe change the color of the wood. Maybe do something a bit brighter. Same for this. And let's get rid of this black. So now when I press Update Instance, you can see the material updated now. Let's choose a different wood for this mesh part. Let's go back and look for another wood. Let's maybe stay in the theme and use this cedar wood large faded. Then create an instance. And my material got applied to the planks here. We can also rotate it. So let's rotate it by 90 degrees so that my wood grain faces the correct way. And let's use a different material on this part. Let's go to the library, to back. And here I maybe want to have something a bit darker, but also a cedar wood. Let's use this aged one. Let's create an instance again. Let's maybe rotate it by 90 degrees as well. And we can always go back and forth to the materials we used previously. So I go to this first material now, and let's rotate it by 90 degrees as well. And let's update the instance. What's also important, those settings will be per material. So for example, you can see I have the manual full resolution set to this material, but when I go here, it's set to automatic here as well. And all of those are set to 1K, whereas the first one is set to 2K. Let's give it a bit more detail and make it a bit grungy maybe. I set the grunge imperfections to 60%, and let's also change the grain type. Let's use alternate. Let's update our instance. This looks nice. Okay, so the Blender integration is really awesome for using InstaMAT Studio's material library, but not only, you can also, as mentioned, use your own custom-made stuff and also mesh processing nodes. So you could create a mesh optimize node, for example, and optimize your meshes directly in Blender. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, drop us a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. For the latest news about InstaMAT, please visit our website, follow us on X, join us on Discord, or sign up for the Abstract community. You can find all the links in the video description below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.